Welcome to another video, this time for Heart of the Mist. I am more or less guided by my selling success on the secondary market, and apparently somebody was interested in Heart of the Mist, and since I don't play it anymore, or haven't played it actually, I was wondering what am I actually selling. So let's take a look. And also, I've noticed that there are not many videos on Heart of the Mist. However, there are some obscure communities on something like BGG, where people are very enthusiastic, have written a lot of manuscripts on how to play the heroes and what is the best strategy. So apparently this would be is a very loved game among certain circles. I bought Mistfall Heart of the Mist because it was I had this idea that an overland adventure would make something like Diablo 2, the video game in a board game. Also, plus was that it does not feature dice. Everything is card driven and card based. The land is procedurally generated, and that was, I think, and also it was this game is hyped a lot by geek gamers, and Rado was also so, and I have to say it was quite a bummer, and I no longer trust those YouTubers. Now, this is what you get. So character cards. Cards that belong to each character, tokens, and boxes for enemies, and there are red, blue and green enemies, something like that. 329 cards. To sell this for 15 euros is probably not a good deal. It says here 30 minutes per player. That's well, that's just a blunt lie. 1 to 4 heroes, so you can solo this, and we are now at 2022. We have a lot of board game developments, so the industry and the hobby has evolved quite a bit, and so it would be nice to see how this game manages to stand up with 2020 hindsight. So the box is good quality. I have to then Mistfall Heart of the Mist. Let's take a better look. Rules of play. We'll go into more detail what this is about, but it has how to read these rules. So you have the essentials: playing the game, find points, variants, and the glossary. Then a component part. Then some kind of card anatomy. The golden rule is that cards trump rules written in the rule book. Number of heroes. You can also have allies, and allies count as an extra hero. They are simplified. You can also recognize this from Oaths Sworn into the Deepwood, where allies are also featuring to mimic more richness of gameplay, and not having to manage full characters. And for playing the game, every round starts with reinforcement, travel, pursuit, hero, defense, encounter, time phase. These are later explained. Here you see some of the artwork. And I plan to make a video on how to set it up according to the rule book. I have to say that I managed to read this. I tried twice to read the rule book, and I fell asleep the first time and the second time around here after 14 pages. It's very turgid material, the way it is presented. Then you have a quest guide, and the quest guide versus rulebook that is that's a industry standard. You can also recognize this from Zerivia, where Zerivia has a rulebook and a campaign guide, and this is much more early, but a lot of games have built upon this. So Quest 1, Quest 2, Mother of Nightmares, Quest 3, Dragon Eternal, Quest 4, The Black Gate, Quest 5, Hope's End. So it's at least it has some thematic fluff that is in italics, as it should be. Here also The Black Gate, some thematic fluff that maybe I'll read, I don't know. Then Lore of the Mists, that is the... I don't know. I think this is the lore part. So actually the rule book doesn't have any lore, or none that I could find. But the scenario book does have it. So yeah, quest guide, we know what it means. It tries to mean. This was in before my PMP days. This would have been totally unacceptable nowadays. I would use Japanese stitching, but the Return of Gardock is for Mistfall. It is intended for play combining Mistfall and Heart of the Mist, but can be used with just one of those sets. So I printed this out with the intent to print the Mistfall cards and combine them, because I paid about 10 euros for the complete PDF set of NSKN games. And if you make all the cards for Mistfall, then you have more variety in locations and in monsters. Now, so this is actually some kind of a second quest. So it goes with Return to the Night Fane, some explanation on the Mistworm campaign. There is also a Velskir expansion, and yeah, so but it's for Mistfall, 4 linked quests, and here is Return to the Night Fane, some thematic fluff. So it has a lot of love built into it, and this is for special stuff that happens if one of these characters are what you play with. The Road Less Hunted, nice text, and also nice fluff, simple setup. So It also respects your table space. Hungry for mint flesh, the unfriendly moon, return to the tribal trail, drums of war. So it sounds really nice, and I'm starting to wonder if I should cancel the sale and keep it. But the problem is that I have this thing that you have let's say 100 games that all compete for your limited time, and after you're tired from work, you don't want to reread and learn a new game, so you want to take out a game that you know. And this is just too much of a burden to get into it, or you have to rise up very early, like at 5 o'clock, and start playing a game for an hour or two, and then you will be tired at work. So that's not good either. Part 4, The Fall of Frost Valley Keep. Quest token rules. A Legacy of Lore. So there's a lot that you can sink your teeth in. Mistworm Claws, Mistworm Tail. I'm not sure what this does. And then there's the afterwards. The 4 quests provide hours of enjoyment, more if you get hold of the BGG promo packs with quest and nightmare cards. I'm not so much of a fan to link everything to BGG, because BGG is manipulating its market position and trying to monopolize and yeah, monetize the whole market. So, well, yeah, that's just my perspective. This is the Learn to Play. The Learn to Play is version 2.0. It's a very detailed part that explains more of the finer points in Heart of the Mist, how to set it up. Turn 1, pursuit phase, how to read stuff, and defense phase, encounter aftermath, encounter phase, turn 2. So it's a fully written out first turns thing. And the rule book also refers to the Learn to Play, so it's